ABQ Connect, a full hour of special guests, hot topics, a Christian perspective on the news, and views of the day at 338-5790. So join us now for ABQ Connect.
This is KNKT with Peter Benson. Welcome in this afternoon. It is a beautiful day today. I tell you, they couldn't have asked for nicer weather during this 40 days of standing strong right out here in the street. Obviously, you know, whatever comes our way, right?
Yes.
But
yes.
It's a beautiful day, and we are again, San Mateo and Marquette is basically where we are on the west side of the street, where for many, many months, many, many years, you've seen people right in front of the Planned Parenthood office standing strong for pro-life, standing for the babies, for the unborn, for those without a voice, giving them a voice.
That's
and
right.
Eric Lamb is joining me here, Pastor Eric from Calvary Albuquerque. And now, Eric, this 40-day day today has been dubbed Calvary Day, right?
That's right, Calvary Day. We have a lot of our folks out here. They're lined up, good turnout today, and enthusiastic, and a good response, I think, not only, I think from the church, but the community as well, too.
That's great. And really, this is a community effort. This is not a Calvary thing.
Not a Calvary
This is not
thing.
even a CareNet thing or a Right to Life thing. This is
a human rights issue, a human rights thing, and we're here to save life and to attribute those human values to all.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about how that's going, because you've been doing it kind of through classes, through informing people what's going on with the whole abortion process.
That's correct. Part of the aspect of our ministry is to educate and to bring awareness to the issues, and then the movement side of what we do is to actually get out and make that effort, and to participate in bringing about the changing of the laws and all. But yeah, Grant has been part of our education process there at Calvary, teaching the pro-life class how to stand to answer the objections to pro-life, and to stand to make a pro-life argument today. And he's doing an amazing job. We're having a lot of the folks that are here have come through the class and are equipped to stand to answer and are ready to do so.
That's great. Throughout the day today, we're going to be talking to a lot of folks that have the same passion for the unborn. Just the tragedy in our country.
Yes.
I mean, how many millions of little babies have been killed since 1972? I mean, millions and millions.
Phenomenal. It's mind-boggling. It makes what Hitler's done look, small in comparison. Another aspect of what we're doing is with all these organizations, as you've mentioned, is we're locking arms with them. We're bringing them together. We're working as a unit instead of small entities apart from each other, but working together, seeing that we have a common goal, but we also have resources that we haven't really tapped into just yet. And if we all know those resources, all have an understanding of what part of this we, champion and we take on, we can better use what we have available to us to be effective.
That's right. So that's really one of the main reasons that we're here today, is kind of give it that broad stroke of the awareness process that there are many in this army that are locking arms and doing what the Lord has called them to do. Just saw a couple that come out of here a minute ago with some information. We don't know the choices that they're making, but we would pray that they would make the right choice and keep that baby.
Amen. And we have little brochures that we're handing out to folks who would stop and make a comment or want to be curious about what we're doing. We can put this in their hands. It's almost like them coming to see an ultrasound. And they have in there the encouragement to save that baby.
107.1 FM KNKT. It's been great this hour just to see a little example of how the body works together. And for this main focus here of saving babies, getting the unborn born. And Bud Shaver, you spend a lot of your time right out here on this corner, don't you?
Yeah, a lot of my presence is a prayerful presence, very public presence, in line with 40 Days for Life. There's a huge spiritual component of how God works in segments of 40, and so we're just trying to capitalize on how God's moving and working, biblically, but also historically in the lives of each one of us. And so one thing that I've learned, having a presence out at the clinic is not only the impact that we can make for our community, to let people know, what the Christian community represents, and what the Christian community represents is just a lot of service and a lot of help to a lot of people that might be in a lot of different difficult places. And so by being present, physically present, it gives us the opportunity to kind of share the love of Christ with them and let them know about resources that they would never know otherwise.
And this is no doubt your calling here, Bud, right? I mean, you're a street evangelist, I know that, but you love to just minister one-on-one to people and save lives.
Yeah, most definitely. I kind of started off in full-time ministry in the pulpit. I kind of joke around that God kicked me out of the pulpit and threw me out in the street, and that's kind of where I kind of thrive. So yeah, God has a calling and a purpose for us all. I mean, injustice, sharing Christ, that's something that we can't claim isn't our gift. But it's just a matter of kind of utilizing the spiritual gifts that God has gifted each one of us individually and kind of using that. That's kind of the awesome thing here about this interview and KNKT, the vision of them, of using their resources as something so important as coming here during this 40 Days for Life. And we're just looking forward to see all the fruit that comes from this.
We help out during pregnancy. We help in every way possible, from rent to Pampers. We're right next door. We give a free ultrasound, free pregnancy test. We assist in every way possible. Whatever the challenge, we can work it out. If you need transportation, whatever the challenge, we can work it out.
Phil, when you think about 40 Days for Life, how many days are you going on standing in front of this Planned Parenthood building here?
I've been active, I guess, in about 30 years or so. So typically I get out here about 4 days a week, 3 days in the morning and then in the afternoon, and we're offering alternatives, options to women that their backs are against the wall. They don't know that help is available. We help with rent, with food, with transportation. We've gotten probably a couple dozen automobiles donated over the decades. It's just, well, if they can come over and take our literature, take a Bible, take a rosary, if we can pray with them, and if we can mainly they need moral support. They need to understand how beautiful they are, what a gift motherhood is from God. It's so awesomely lovely. God is everywhere. God is beauty, and if they can perceive what a gift it is, this child inside them, life begins at conception. And if we can communicate that, then the depression, the self-destruction dispenses. And then they can see who they are, a child of God. Get them across the street to our place, Project Defending Life. We can give them a free ultrasound, pregnancy test.
From a radio station perspective and from my own personal perspective, it's great to see the entire community coming together, not just from a religious standpoint or this particular group, that particular group. We as broadcasters, we love to see the broad-based support and people really individually coming together, checking their heart to see what life as God intended is, right? When we understand that, and then when we make that statement, when we stand and in support, or when we prayerfully seek the Lord about who we are and why we're here, it's great to see more and more people coming alongside of that and making this kind of a statement. So today on the radio, folks from CareNet and Birthright, New Mexico Right to Life, and the 40 Days for Life and Defending Life, all of these life groups standing up and saying, yes, in fact, God is number one. Turn your heart to Him, and He will turn hearts around. And that's why we're right here on San Mateo, and that's why we're sharing this full hour on the air today for ABQ Connect.